I'm so confused with where we are actually at in this marketplace, okay? Because you see those normal charts of where what a crash looks like, a bubble, a crash, and like where we're at, and there you are here, and like it's this phase versus the fear phase and the crash. Where the hell are we at right now? We need to discuss Canadian real estate prices in US dollars. Rip the Canadian dollar. Okay, so are the Canadian dollar is going to shit. Why do we have to
So is
talk
the
about?
euro, so is the yen. So it's a US dollar right now that's getting strong.
But like, if you are, even if you're buying in U.S. dollars, like, why? If you're coming from the United States to Canada, you must be looking around, going, "Holy shit! Like, this is crazyville. How can anybody afford anything up here? Even with an extra 30% purchasing power, it's still
I
ridiculously
saw I saw a
expensive for
video I
nothing."
saw a video of a guy post who's from India, and he's making a video for Indians in Canada, and he said, "Guys, I just came back from India. Prices are up there too. It's the same prices as Edmonton. You can't go and get the place
Right.
that you think you can get." And so they're basically saying stay in Canada because at least wages are higher here. You may not like the cost of living, but it's everywhere. So I know we're complaining. Affordability in the US is at an all-time
All time high.
low.
I'm
Affordability is
for
at an all-time
yeah,
low,
yeah,
right? And so it's like you got these issues that are out there that are just
everywhere.
widespread, and
Yeah.
that they aren't something that's localized in Canada. So we can talk about the Canadian dollar, sure, but it's just the US dollar is strong because basically it's a globally backed currency. And I mean, if everybody's trading in US dollars, buying in US dollars, holding in US dollars, then that is going to be the currency to have. So I mean, do I think that Canada housing in our lifetime will ever be used using US dollars? No, no, it won't. Not in our lifetime. Listen, I love talking about the 51st state. I love it. I think on vacation I'm going around telling everybody, "Hey, come and visit us in the 51st state." Like I'm joking around about it like it's a great idea and it's a great thought. But I'm telling you right now, that ain't happening anytime soon. It's just Trump knowing how to push our buttons. He's an excellent negotiator. He's hilarious. I love the guy in the sense of his personality and how he deals with stuff. I don't like the way he treats women. I don't like the way he does business, with certain people. I don't like the way that he looks at Canada. There's lots of things I don't like, but at the end of the day, there's lots of parts of him that I think it makes him a very entertaining character. You know?
Well, okay, so but as our currency is devaluing against the rest of the world, basically,
Yeah.
won't our prices here go up, like in nominal terms? Like what? I don't know. I'm so like I keep saying this
Well,
every week.
what
I'm so
what we always talk about.
confused.
Yeah. Go ahead.
DK.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm so confused with where we are actually at in this marketplace, okay? Because you see those normal charts of where what a crash looks like, a bubble, a crash, and like where we're at, and there you are here, and like it's this phase versus the fear phase and the crash. Where the hell are we at right now? Because you know, you when I talk to you, well, every other week when I talk to you, it sounds like things are fucking smoking out there and the market's back. And then I look at some stats and it's like, it doesn't look so bad, or it got better from the last couple of months, or rents are good in this area, rents are bad. Like, the whole thing is so mixed up. Like, where are we actually at in this thing? Do we have another leg down coming? Because if you listen to all the guys like D Trent and all these other negative
Yeah.
nunnies, I mean, they haven't been wrong as of late. I mean, if you go over the 30-year period that they've been calling for doom and gloom, um, they were wrong most of the time. But doesn't it feel right now like there could be another decent leg down?
Yeah, I mean, look, let's talk about bankruptcies and delinquencies. I mean, I got multiple properties right now that are for sale that are facing writ of possessions and statements of claim, because the person hasn't been able to make their payments. Different lenders are doing different things depending on the situation, depending on equity in the home and stuff like that, too. I just listed a power sale yesterday. where, you know, that property, I mean, they had no equity in the property, and so a person just basically handed over the keys. And I was talking to the bank yesterday. Now the bank, what they do is, I mean, they stay in the office. They rely on the appraiser. They rely on the real estate agent. They rely on everyone. So I walk into this place for the first time yesterday after we've already got it all listed and stuff because I relied on information online. It was the holidays, and I walk in and the place looks like a power sale. It is covered in dust, dirt, junk, garbage. I'm like, what are we doing? I can't believe that this has been for sale before and that this is something that people thought was a marketable product. And the bank was surprised when I told them. And they said, well, why didn't the agent tell me? And I said, I don't know. Because the bank hires the cheapest agents they can find. They find a guy I've never heard of
Right.
before who's offering them the lowest commission, who does absolutely nothing. And then afterwards they complain and they say, hey, why didn't it sell? How come that guy didn't do anything for them? But that's beside the point. But the bottom line is, he said to me, he goes, how did the appraiser appraise for this number? And I said, well, you know, explain to him what appraisers do and the reliability that they have on their insurance for making mistakes. And he said,
Yeah.
we've used that appraiser many times before and we never had any issues. And I said, well, I can promise you, if you guys had walked into this building when you were giving this mortgage, you would not have given the mortgage. It is an absolutely horrible building that looks like all sorts of drugs are being done there. And I would not be lending money on that property whatsoever. Right. So by the looks of
Yeah.
things, they're gonna lose a lot of money, right? And so
Yeah.
the banks right now they don't want to be in that position. They just want to be able to get their money and go. And so our delinquencies up, sure, but definitely the amount of people who are delinquent right now, who are behind on their payments in arrears, is astronomically higher than it's ever been in my career. Right. And so whether or not they're all going power sale yet or not, I don't know. If they got equity, the bank's going to try to work with them to try to get them on the market.
Are you dying to have the Canadian Real Estate Show merch?
Go check out the merch store.
Make Canada great again, TK.
Your significant other, think about them opening up on Christmas Day, a gift from the Canadian Real Estate Show. You know, maybe they don't even know what that is,
Maybe
but
they
imagine the look on their eyes of surprise. Guys, for very reasonable rates that we make very little money on, check out the merch store and support the cause.